The second coming, Trump's return to the political stage. Donald Trump loves a good comeback story. His entire career has been a series of ups and downs, triumphs and controversies, each chapter more dramatic than the last. And what could be a better sequel than reclaiming the White House he claims was stolen from him? For Trump, the 2024 election is not just another campaign. It's a personal mission to rewrite history. The 2024 election isn't just about policy, it's a high-stakes drama, starring a man who thrives on attention, controversy, and defying expectations. Every speech, every rally, every tweet is a calculated move in this grand narrative. Trump's return to the political arena was far from a sure thing after the January 6th Capitol riot. The events of that day cast a long shadow over his legacy, leading many to question whether he could ever make a political comeback. Yet, he never truly left the spotlight, using his rallies and pronouncements to keep his base energized and his name on everyone's lips. His ability to command attention and rally support is unparalleled in modern American politics. He remains a force to be reckoned with, a testament to his enduring appeal among a significant segment of the American electorate. His supporters see him as a champion of their values, a fighter who refuses to back down. This election is about more than just Trump, though. It's a referendum on the direction of the country, a battle for the soul of the Republican Party, and a test of America's democratic institutions. The stakes have never been higher. It's a time of intense debate and division within the Republican Party. Some see Trump as the future, while others believe it's time to move on. This internal struggle will shape the party's identity for years to come. The outcome will have profound implications for years to come. Voters are not just choosing a president, they are deciding the future of American democracy and the values that will guide the nation. Will it be a triumphant return for the self-proclaimed very stable genius? His supporters are hopeful, believing that he can once again defy the odds and reclaim the presidency. Or will it be a final, decisive chapter closing the book on the Trump era? His critics argue that his time has passed and that the country needs to move forward without him. Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: America and the world will be watching. The 2024 election promises to be one of the most consequential in modern history, with the potential to reshape the political landscape for generations. America at a crossroads, the stakes of the 2024 election. The 2024 election arrives at a pivotal moment in American history. This election is not just another routine exercise in democracy. It is a defining moment that will shape the future of the nation. The nation is grappling with deep divisions, economic anxieties, and a sense that its global standing is in flux. These issues are not new, but they have reached a critical point where the decisions made in this election could have long-lasting impacts. Voters are looking for answers, for leadership, and perhaps most importantly, for a sense of hope. They want to believe that the future can be brighter, that the challenges we face can be overcome with the right leadership and policies. The economy, always a top concern, is a mixed bag. While some sectors are thriving, others are struggling to keep up. The stock market may show signs of growth, but this does not always translate to the average American's experience. Inflation and fears of a recession loom large, while unemployment remains relatively low. This paradox creates a sense of unease among voters who are unsure about their financial future. The pandemic, though receding, continues to cast a long shadow, disrupting supply chains and fueling uncertainty. The effects of the pandemic are still being felt in various aspects of daily life, from healthcare to education to the job market. Voters want to know, can their paychecks keep up with the rising cost of living? The cost of essentials like housing, healthcare, and education continues to rise, putting a strain on household budgets. Will their jobs be there tomorrow? Job security is a major concern, especially in industries that are undergoing rapid changes due to technology and globalization. Beyond the economy, social and cultural issues continue to roil the nation. These issues are deeply personal and often evoke strong emotions, making them central to the political discourse. Immigration, gun control, and abortion rights remain deeply polarizing. These topics are not just policy issues, they touch on fundamental beliefs and values, making compromise difficult. The rise of social media has amplified these debates, often creating echo chambers where differing viewpoints are met with hostility rather than dialogue. This has led to increased polarization and a breakdown in civil discourse. Internationally, the war in Ukraine and China's growing assertiveness have heightened global tensions. These geopolitical challenges require careful navigation and strong leadership. America's role in the world is being questioned, both by its allies and its adversaries. The decisions made in this election will have implications for international relations and global stability. Voters want to know, can America still lead? Can it maintain its position as a global leader in the face of rising challenges from other nations? Can it keep its citizens safe in an increasingly dangerous world? National security is a top priority, and voters are looking for leaders who can protect them from both domestic and international threats. The 2024 election will be a referendum on all of these issues and more. It is a chance for voters to make their voices heard and to choose the direction they want the country to take. It will determine not just who occupies the White House, but the very direction of the country for years to come. The stakes are high, and the outcome will shape the future of America and its place in the world. The Trump show goes on, rallies, endorsements, and the Republican grip. Since leaving office, Donald Trump hasn't faded into the background like some elder statesmen. Instead, he's kept himself front and center, holding rallies, issuing endorsements, and relentlessly attacking his opponents. The Republican Party, for better or worse, remains very much in his thrall. Trump's rallies are a spectacle unto themselves, drawing thousands of devoted followers eager to hear his familiar refrains, attacks on the fake news media, denunciations of the radical left, and boasts about his own accomplishments. These events serve as a powerful reminder of his enduring appeal and his ability to connect with a base that feels ignored and unheard by the political establishment. Beyond the rallies, Trump has been busy shaping the Republican Party in his image. He's used his endorsement power to reward loyalists and punish those who dared to cross him, influencing primary races across the country. This has created a climate of fear and fealty within the GOP, making it difficult for any potential challengers to emerge. The question remains, is this Trump's Republican Party, or can the party eventually move beyond his outsized personality and divisive rhetoric? The 2024 election may provide the answer. Trump's policy playbook: familiar tunes or a new composition? When it comes to policy, Donald Trump is more known for his pronouncements than detailed plans. His speeches often capture the imagination of his supporters, but the specifics can sometimes be elusive. Yet, certain themes have defined his approach: economic nationalism, a hard line on immigration, and an America First foreign policy. These themes have been the cornerstone of his political identity, resonating deeply with a significant portion of the American electorate. The question for 2024 is whether he will stick to this familiar script or offer a revised version. Will he double down on his previous policies, or will he introduce new ideas to address the evolving challenges of the modern world? On the economy, expect more of the same: tax cuts, deregulation, and protectionist trade policies aimed at bringing back manufacturing jobs. These policies are designed to stimulate domestic production and reduce dependency on foreign goods. Whether such measures would succeed in today's globalized economy is debatable, but they resonate with his base, who feel left behind by globalization. The promise of revitalizing American industry and creating jobs is a powerful message that continues to attract support. Immigration remains a potent issue for Trump. It is a topic that stirs strong emotions and divides opinions across the political spectrum. Expect a return to the hardline rhetoric of his 2016 campaign, with promises to build the wall, crack down on illegal immigration, and limit legal immigration as well. These promises are aimed at addressing concerns about border security and the impact of immigration on American jobs and culture. This issue fires up his base and plays into broader anxieties about cultural change and national identity. For many of his supporters, immigration is not just an economic issue, but a cultural one, tied to their sense of what it means to be American. Foreign policy under a second Trump term is harder to predict. His first term was marked by a mix of isolationist rhetoric and unpredictable actions on the global stage. He has praised authoritarian leaders like Vladimir Putin while alienating traditional allies. This approach has raised questions about the future of America's role in the world and its relationships with other nations. Will he continue to pursue an unpredictable, transactional approach, or will he revert to a more traditional Republican foreign policy? The direction he chooses could have significant implications for international relations and global stability. One thing is certain: Trump's policy pronouncements will be closely watched by friend and foe alike. His ability to command attention and shape the political narrative is unmatched. His words have consequences, shaping not just American politics, but the global landscape as well. The world will be watching closely to see what direction he takes and how it will impact the future.